All right, welcome to today's video. We want to work on puck handling, and specifically we're going to talk about passing priorities. We're also going to talk about where to leave the puck, and we're also going to get deeply into understanding what's the difference between a contested and an uncontested dump in. If you leave the puck in the correct spot, we're going to show you 6 escape options to protect your defenseman. As well, we're going to take a look at the save of the year by Robin Lehner and one earlier in the playoffs from Carey Price, and understand what happens when a forward sees the empty net and where he's targeting. Let's get into it. All right, Brock, today we're going to talk about the importance of puck handling, an area we've worked on with you for probably close to a decade, and it's why I believe you're probably one of the best puck handling goalies going to be playing in the CIS. First thing we want to talk about today is passing priorities. And you can pass the puck basically 3 different ways to a teammate. You can go direct, indirect, or you can rim. And in our priority scale, I think it's important, wherever possible, to direct pass, your stick to his stick. Indirect, which is bouncing it off the dasher, the second best option. And the worst one is the rim. So let's take a quick look at a couple key features of a direct pass. First thing, you always look up ice to check your mirrors, see what the forecheck is. You push the puck to a good position where it can be passed directly without any obstructions. So you push it back and direct your tape, his tape. Let's do 2 more of those. Last one. All right. The second type of pass that you can use if pressure's in place is indirect. And we always use the yellow dasher, not the white. The yellow gives you consistent bounce because there's backing in behind it. And we use an indirect pass when there's forecheck pressure, it's contested dump in, and you don't have time to make a direct pass. And basically, let's do these full speed off the yellow so it bounces out where the guy can handle it. And just like when you were a kid playing pool, it's important to read the bumpers. Pick a good angle so it comes out where the guy can use it and not too close to the net. And last one, we still look up ice, see that pressure, we use a nice indirect. Now you protect your D that way. All right, the third type of pass sometimes we have to use, and it should be a last resort, is the rim pass, where you use the boards to track the puck around in a wrapping around fashion. It's not good, it's not ideal. The reason is it makes the defenseman look down on his feet to accept the puck off the boards, and this should be avoided and only used as a last resort. And anytime the defenseman has to turn his back, he's in a vulnerable position. So when we rim it, you put him in a bad spot. Last one. All right. Some good qualities of passing are not saucing it unless you have to. Now, there's clearly times when you need to sauce it, like we see here, when you're going to push this puck elevated past Toby. So sauce this puck past Toby, who's pressuring you. That's a good time to use it. You can go sauce off the boards. And do 1 more of those. Nice. However, a big mistake goalies make is they sauce passes when there's nobody, there's no obstruction in the way. So if there's nobody in the way, use a direct pass. So here's an example of a mistake. Brock takes this puck behind the net and sauces it to me, lands it close to my feet, and it makes for a tough catch. Give me 1 more, land it close to my feet. When you give a guy a bouncing puck on a sauce, it might land flat, it might not. And we want to make sure we're good at using flat ice passes wherever possible, saucing when we have to. Next thing we want to talk about is a key read every goalie has to do when they get into a puck handling environment. And that's going to be, is it a contested dump in or an uncontested dump in? And let's take a look at those. Contested dump in means I'm right on the guy. So we're going to chip this puck to the end boards, and instead of you going to get it, because it's contested, I want you to gap out to open space, okay? So don't go get this one. So Brock realizes it's contested, defenseman peels, now he's got an easy zone exit. Now let's watch that one again, and see what happens if we misplay it. So a common mistake teams have when they don't have a system or a structure is on a dump in that's contested, they go back, and then there's going to be a big train wreck here with everybody and their brother. So, to review, the goalie reads whether it's contested dump in or uncontested. This is contested, so the best thing Toby does is jump to the open space to be available for pass. I go to the goalie. It's an easy zone exit. So contested dump in, we do that. The D goes to space, very simple transition, but the goalie's got to know that. And the last point is if it's not a contested dump in, the goalie has got to always leave it for the D. When you stop this dump in, just to leave it right here. And we're going to do 6 options off of this. First one, you're just going to catch it from him at the side net there and just curl the other side. So when you leave it at the side net and get out of the way, you protect your D. He can curl behind the net. Second option is he can do a tight turn and curl the other way. With pressure, Brock can call out man on, and when you grab the puck, you can rim it around the boards one way or the other. Here we go. And then last one, take a look up ice and just do a pivot, quick up to the far blue line. So call quick up as loud as you can. Whoops. Touch it, get out of the way, Brock. Nice. All right. All right, so today I want to talk about a situation we've already seen in the playoffs where Carey Price has made this amazing save with the stick. We've also seen that save of the year that Robin Lehner made by just coming over and putting his glove in place. And we watched it in full speed. It looked like an amazing reaction save. But in reality, he knows the tendency that we're about to show you right now. A shooter, when they're faced with an open net, doesn't want to slide one flat on the ice and have the goalie put the paddle down. They don't want to miss it wide. They don't want to miss it high. So as a rule of thumb, generally speaking, shooters, when they shoot to an empty net, want to be somewhere in the middle of the net. Goalies that have played a long time are smart and know this, and they end up trying to block that middle part of the net. Let's float them in, baby. Yeah. Ah, nice. That's the money shot. 2 more. Last one. Nice. We got it.